Hey everybody, 12 Soul here. Now I got a Facebook channel and our Facebook, account, and I just posted something that was on my mind today, and so I'm gonna put this on the YouTube channel. I'm not monetized, so if you see it, you see it. There's no title on it. It's just a date, because I'm not going to go through all the stuff that it takes to do all that. What I wanted to talk about today, a very important subject, is our word. In the world that we live in, when I pass this world, they're going to take my clothes off of me. They're going to put me in a box, burn me, leave me on the street. Animals will eat me, who knows, leave me in whatever, I can't take any of my possessions with me whatsoever, not anything. So what do you have? As a human being, eternal soul, what we have is our word. All right, so I just got done posting on my Facebook channel something that I heard from stopthepirates.blogspot.com. You can find him. He posts every day on YouTube. And he was talking about the Uniform Code of the Uniform Commercial Code. So I was looking at it, and it's just this long legalese stuff. I read a lot of it. But one thing I did post on my Facebook page was the definition of a person. I thought I was a person. Webster's Dictionary, unlike Black's Law, I think it's the 7th edition now, defines a person as, somebody like myself, I believe. But that's not what Black's Law and the Universal Code define a person as. A person is a corporation, a group, a governmental body, etc., etc. We are defined as individuals, which is why the police, when you hear them talk now, today, they describe people as individuals because they're not persons. Under the umbrella of the corporate structure, we fit into that umbrella because we don't own our labor, they do. Geez, I thought these hands and this mind, that was mine, I owned it, but no. Anderson Service Company, LLC, which used to be my business, it's not in business anymore. I just went out of business because I got a bad shoulder and got a bad back. No, that's a person. So how can a corporation do any work? So right behind me, right back here, and if I put the phone over there, there's a laundry room right there. The laundry room has got a bad floor in it, and the person that I'm living with, she's an older woman, she wants to take the floor out. So the corporation takes, the person called LLC, Anderson Service Company LLC, takes the floor out? No. The individual, Gregory Blaine, he's the guy that takes the floor out. All right. So therefore, persons can't speak according to Black's Law. You can't speak unless you write things down in spelling. But the action happens with humans, So that's shocking to me. I mean, I've known this for a while. I have. The entire United States is beholden to England, the city of London, which is a person. And long ago, when was it? I think it was in the 1700s or the 1600s. That thing went broke, and the British Crown went broke, and so the British Crown leases for 100 guineas a year in gold coin from the Vatican the right to be the British Crown. Mm-hmm. Since we started the United States, it was a person. and it had debts. It was an extraction device. John Trudeau speaks about us being humans and beings, okay? So the human part is belonging to the earth. So he talks about us being mined. Well, the earth is being mined, but we are being mined. My hands, it's been mined. You don't own anything whatsoever. And this is going to get to the word. Just hang on. You don't own anything whatsoever. You work and you work and you work and you pay taxes and you stay in these houses and there's taxes every year and you get liens from garbage companies and you get liens from water companies on the value of the house, which is right behind me. This is one example. You die and you don't own anything. The state takes it all and they sell it to somebody else and the whole process starts again. And by our word, we pay these bills. By our word, we work. We get up in the morning, lots and lots, thousands, millions, billions, I guess. People get up every morning. They don't think about it, but they're not working for themselves. They think they are, but in the end, they don't get anything. They die, and it's all over with. They're gone. We're in slavery and have been for a long, long, long time. So long that the slaves don't even know that they're slaves. Okay, that being said, where do you stand with your word? All of, 60, seen number of presidents come and go, some 8 years, some 4 years, One of the things that the presidents do, what the politicians do, is everybody knows this, they promise you something on the podium. When they get in office, they don't honor their promises. They don't honor their word. I mean, used car salesman, you have the same reputation. I used to be one of those guys. I'm not anymore, but I saw it, Cars are worth a third of their value. Dealership gets one side, 1/3, the manufacturer gets the other, and then the cost of the vehicle is 1/3. That was what? In the 80s. Maybe they've been able to use technocracy and automation to bring that to even lower level. AI is going to come and they're not going to need you. But what? Human beings are creative. We are creative. We're adaptable. We must function that way. We must have a creative world. So what happens when you don't do anything? Are you creative? The species will shut down. Your value, your inner value is worthless if you're not doing anything. Well, what can create a value? In me, it's my word. It's the only thing you have. Honor your word. We're here to grow. We're here to live for good or for bad. Okay, so you make mistakes. You pay for those mistakes. You don't do them again. You make victories. You revel in the victories. Let's say you make $100 million. Okay, what did you learn with that? Maybe that's not a victory. The most important thing, though, is how you travel, how you walk on the planet. What you say, do what you say what you do. Long time ago, I did that because I used to say a lot of different things, and then I realized that I got in a lot of trouble because I didn't do it. Whew, man, 20 years ago or something like that. I don't know, 30, can't remember. My life started to work when I realized that I hold my tongue and if I say something, no matter how hard it is, I do it. When it's over, if it was that hard, then I probably would never say it again. I walked into a remodel with Anderson Service Company long ago at Harrison for these girls at this at a sorority house in Corvallis. The place had 200,000 gallons of water going through it, and I did it. But now my shoulder doesn't work. There's a bump here, and it hurts like hell. All right. I'm not going to do that again. I had an auntie who I needed to defend her honor because of something my father did a long time ago. I remodeled her house. Now she's deceased. I just finished that job a while back. My shoulder didn't work. I had to tie it to my side. But I did the job. The house sold. The lady that bought the house gave a letter of recommendation to my cousin because the house was done so well. I'm not doing that again. You know, sometimes I get upset and I say things I don't mean. Okay, I apologize. Then I won't say them again. What our word is everything we are. And in this time of fear that they're putting out for everybody out there, Jesus, everybody. Why do they do that? I mean, if a cow is sitting out in the field eating grass in his own, world, right? And then all of a sudden, a herding dog comes and starts to bark at it. It moves because it chooses to move, but does it really want to move? No, it wants to eat grass. It doesn't know that it might be going to a feedlot, which then goes to a processing plant, which that's the end of its life. It makes involuntary decisions based on what? Fear. And as I said before, you're not a person. Your name is a legal fiction. It means nothing. There's no action that can be done with it. What's the action that can be done with it? Well, I've got to pay this bill because they're going to shut my water off. I don't want to pay the bill. What will you do? If you're, I was living, out of Oregon just a few years ago, renting a house, right? With all the bills that I had, it was about $3,500 to $4,000 a month. I couldn't sustain that. Do I go on disability? Well, they give you $900 to $1,000, maybe $1,300 a month. It takes $4,000. If I'm alone, even $2,200. That means in legal law, you're insolvent. So they're going to take it. They're going to put you somewhere. What did I do? I've been living out of my truck. Yeah. I adapted. I didn't cheat anybody. I didn't steal anything. I didn't lie. Pay my insurance because the truck is registered. I don't actually own the truck. Even though I've got the title and the pink slip, I don't actually own the truck. I can't even drive it on public roads without paying insurance, which has just happened in 25 years ago. When I was a kid, I never paid insurance. The taxes that I must pay, they started as a voluntary thing in 1942. Now it's permanent. Where's this all going? It's just your word. And what will you do? Think about it. Think about it. I've called for unity. Okay. Do you really need that big screen TV? Do you really need these phones? Do we need these phones? I'm spending $80 a month on T-Mobile on this phone. What does it do for me? Well, they tell me about the COVID every day that I get on. I push YouTube. There's a warning there. I can't take it off the phone. Why? God, it's the middle of the summertime and there is no viruses in the air. But everybody's wearing masks. It was 105 degrees yesterday. Guys are wearing masks. Can you dig that? I wouldn't do it. We're eternal spirits. We're eternal beings. Our mind is one lifetime old. Our bodies, they don't need they don't need us to run. You don't make your heart beat. You don't make yourself breathe. You can't stop breathing. You can't stop your heartbeat. Your heartbeat stops when it stops. Breathing stops when it stops. Your mind. God, how long have you been here? One lifetime. What does the mind know? It took me 6 years to figure this stuff out. I'm going to be dead in 25 more, maybe, if I'm lucky. Remember this. Live every day like it's your last, and all you have is your word. 12th soul out. I wish you all well.